I'm Kylee Robinson. I currently live in Narragansett, Rhode Island, and I've been with Premier for 8 years. And before Premier, I was in high school. I was very tomboy in all the sports and everything, basketball shorts and t-shirts all the time. And my mom came home one day and said, we're gonna have a mother-daughter jewelry party. And I said, okay, what's that? And so we hosted this party with me and my sister and my mom. We invited all our friends and it was awesome. And the woman said, she went through her whole presentation and talked about the business, and I listened and I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. And she said, all right, call me when you're 18. So we continued to host jewelry shows for 3 years. I had to wait a long 3 years before I was allowed to be legal. And as soon as I turned 18, I joined the business. So it was a lot of transition from being this super tomboy to the jewelry lady, but I saw the business. I saw that it could make a difference in life financially, so I could learn to wear jewelry. So that's what I did with it. I saw my other friends getting part-time jobs working for minimum wage, and I felt like I had a lot of talents that could be valued, and I wanted to be paid what I was worth. And I also didn't want to miss out on all the fun stuff. My friends were working these jobs and someone else was telling them where to be and when for an 8-hour shift, and they were missing out on all the youth group stuff. They were missing out on sports and just fun things senior year, and I didn't want to miss out on any of that. So Premier offered me an opportunity to be in charge of my time, to make an awesome income and way more than my friends, and actually be able to put something away for college or pay for my own gas, things like that. So it offered me a lot more opportunity and a much more efficient time frame. And so when my husband and I decided we were going to get married, and I got a personal training certification because that way I could come down to Texas and get a job right off the bat so we could actually make some money. And Premier just kind of tagged along with all of that. It was always there, it was never going anywhere, but it was never meant to be full-time until I got to Texas. So I had wanted to sponsor with Premier for a long time, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do it. And so trying to be a designer took a lot of time and effort and was very frustrating. And one of my team members became a designer first, and that was really hard to get past that and be encouraging to her and want this for her, but then also be frustrated with where I was. So the deadline for promoting to get on that cruise was January 31st. So January 1st, I said, all right, we needed 3 more people in January, which seemed impossible to me. And halfway through January, we still had not gotten those 3 people. And so something I learned in that month was that it's not over until it's over. And I continue to reiterate that to my team, is it's not over until midnight. We sponsored 5 people in the last 10 days of that month. And so it was crazy, and I had people texting me constantly from all over the country, Premier people saying, you've got this, 2 more, you only need 2 more, you only need 1 more, and celebrating with me when I finally got to that designer point. So making it on that cruise was very surreal. We were just like 7th heaven the whole time because we'd gotten it for free. We were finally on a designer trip. Most people start in Premier because of the money, and that's what I did too. It was an efficient way to use my time and make great income, and I've stayed with Premier because of the culture that Andy and Joan have created with it. And again, I didn't get to experience them together, but I've gotten to see Andy and Tim a whole lot and how they interact, and it's a family you want to be a part of. You see the Horners interact together and laugh and joke in front of 10,000 women, and you just want to be a part of the family that they've created. And it doesn't matter if they know you or not, they're ready to come up and give you a big hug and act like you are a part of that family. Something that we both really wanted, getting married, before I was married, just wanted freedom in our time, freedom in our finances, and in choices. And as I said, when I turned 18 and was able to join Premier, I felt like it offered me a lot of opportunity in that freedom, and being able to have the opportunity to control my own schedule and control what my income would or wouldn't be that month. I had the power over that, not somebody else. And then the opportunities. I have seen and heard a lot of people feel like and talk about that they're stuck in a job and feel like there's nothing that they can do to get out of it. And so from a really young age, I did know that I didn't want that to be me. When my husband and I got married, we were very young and fresh out of school, and we decided we needed to take stock of what our financial situation was. And so we looked down, and we were young and in love, and we had so many big dreams, and we looked down and we had $44,000 in student loans. What a way to start a life. So we realized that we needed to do something with this because debt is crushing. It crushes ambition, it crushes your dreams, it can crush your spirit and your attitude and how we were gonna move forward with our life. And we didn't want to be under that rock for a long time. So Proverbs says that the borrower is slave to the lender, and we felt like slaves. At age 20 and 22, we felt like slaves, and we did not want to continue down that path. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without Premier. We got to say, you know what, we get to be in control of this, and we wanted to create a future for not only our children, but our children's children, and give them a better opportunity. February 23rd, 2017, we became completely debt-free. And so we have been debt-free for over a year now, and it feels like freedom. And so Premier, again, opens up that gateway because we can talk about money with people, and we can bring it around and say, this is what the Bible says about it, and we want to help you get there. And so because of our victories with money, we can help other people experience those same freedoms, whether it's with money or whether they needed that victory with money so that they had that freedom with time. Now it's one of my greatest joys in life to be able to help other women experience that, whatever that freedom is that they need in their life, and to understand that whatever the situation is that they're in, no matter what it is, they can make a change in it. They don't have to stay stuck in a job or a situation that they don't want to be in. And we can give them the tools and help them be that, and Premier can help them experience that freedom.